And there we go. Welcome to Sam Roberts Now. It is officially the loneliest night of the week. I'm sure so many of you thought that we had forgotten you, that we had left you to be lonely alone. You can't be lonely alone. We have to enjoy the loneliness together. And here we are. Sam Roberts Now returns. The question on everybody's mind is, who do we return with? There he is.
That was never in doubt.
You don't think so?
Return with? No, I solidified my status here on your screen.
That's right. You know, I did. I think that that's true because I was making fun of somebody for not understanding the reference to Cody Rhodes being invited to the cookout, and I got a tweet reply that said, "That's why everybody needs a hot dog as a co-host."
It's a local fan event that they do. I guess so.
Well, look,
Sam,
yeah.
Don't ever leave me again, by the way.
Were you lonely?
Last 3 weeks, I was lonelier than I want to be. I mean, I know this is like the loneliest night, but these were 3 lonely weeks.
I heard a rumor that you were just sitting and looking at a blank screen with your headphones on. Is that true?
I was sitting looking at the last episode we did, replaying.
just trying to come up with new input, like new little clips and stuff like that. Yeah. I'll bet if we did the last episode again, you'd be on fire.
Oh, yeah. Take 2.
Yeah. There's been a lot to watch, lately. We would have come on like a few minutes earlier, but I was watching Donald Trump on Impaulsive. I was watching Logan Paul and Mike interviewed Donald Trump, and this guy walks into Impaulsive, and Logan Paul's kind of a genius, like a shameless genius, in the sense that like it's this like professional looking. It's not like an Impaulsive thing. It's like a hardwood backing, and Mike and Logan are wearing their suits and everything, but there's still cans and bottles of Prime everywhere you look,
right?
Which is amazing. And I think if anybody can appreciate that, it was Trump. Because literally, like, I just sitting there giggling, watching the screen. The thing starts with like Donald Trump walking in, and before they even start the podcast, he brings them gifts, and he gives them each autographed MAGA hats, which is like great. Like, wouldn't it be great if they started rocking MAGA hats?
Yes. to get, or especially on TV to get some heat.
Oh yeah. It's signed. They're autographed, and then he gives them MAGA hats and T-shirts. And I'm like, what T-shirt is that? And Mike unfolds the T-shirt. He gave them both T-shirts with his mugshot on them.
Oh.
And then he started bragging about how much better his mugshot is than Elvis's or Frank Sinatra's.
It's the world's most famous mugshot.
It's so great. I mean, what's not to love?
I mean, it's carny on carny.
I mean, to the point where it's just like we're chasing our tail. Like, what even is this anymore? I love it. I love it. When we go all the way, like whatever it is, as long as you're leaning all the way in, I'm enjoying it. Like, I'll watch the show. People get all riled up. They take everything so seriously.
I feel like the closer we get to election season, Trump seems like he's just going down the whole podcast pipeline. I'm sure you can
right over there.
Get him to come on that screen. No, they're right there.
Right there. No screen. Right there. There's seat in the Mashup Nicole chair. Right there.
Right.
You think so? You think in the basement?
Think so. And we'll get some B-roll of him and Lila.
And I'll tell you what, I'm an equal time guy. I would like to get Biden down here too. We'll have to, but although if we get Biden down here, we'll have to put one of those like chairs on the stairs that like the mom in The Sopranos had to get him down here. But that's fine. I don't mind installing that, by the way. That's an expense that Notsam will go to. If either candidate wanted to do that to kind of, because they say like this is where the youth vote is. On Sam Roberts Now. The view count speaks for itself. I mean,
the lonely demographic is just as important as anything else.
Because here's the thing. If you're watching this show, odds are you haven't left the house in a very long time. I mean, years. Like, in my mind, the entire audience, hosts included, by the way, of Sam Roberts Now, we don't leave the house. So odds are we've never voted. So if we've got all these votes that are unaccounted for, I think take advantage of them, right?
Tap in.
Right.
Tap in.
That's what I say. So I was watching that. By the way, super chat in. I already see super chats coming in. Super chat in. Every super chat, as always, will get acknowledged here on Sam Roberts Now. I was watching that. We didn't really break it down because I don't know. There's not really a breakdown to be had. But I did watch the MoviePass documentary.
Oh, that came out already.
Yes,
I know we were talking about it last episode.
Right. But that's a few weeks ago at this point.
Yeah.
I watched it. It's on Max. I mean, it takes itself a little too seriously at times, and it they kind of act like it ever had a chance to succeed long term. Like, oh, if only. Oh, it was such a great idea. Like, it was a great idea because
I would agree with that.
When did it ever have a chance to succeed?
Before AMC and all the other movie theaters decided, screw you, we're just going to do our own thing.
But it didn't have a chance to succeed because there was no profit to be made. This is why people think it's so great, because it's really cost effective for the customer. But at no point was any movie theater going, yeah, we'll give you a deal. Never. From the very beginning, they were like, we don't want anything to do with this. This doesn't benefit us at all. We don't want to do it. And
maybe it's one of those things where like you take the loss on that, but you have such a huge subscriber base.
That's literally what the schmucks. It was so funny. So like the schmucks who took it over were like, don't even worry about it. Like they just got into this thing where they were just raising capital, being like, don't worry, the profit is on its way. And they would say things like this: we're going to sell all the customers' data. And it was so brazen. They showed footage of them going on network, like cable news shows. And they're like, how are you going to make money? And they literally said on the news shows, we're going to sell the customers' data. That's how we're going to do it. And then they had some guy on the dock going like, do you have any idea how little people pay for customer data? Like, it's really not as valuable as you think it is. Like AT&T has all this data, whatever company, I don't want to throw anybody, whatever company they said has all this data, and it's like pennies per person. Like the amount of people you'd have to get to sign up to sell the data for any kind of substantial number would be ludicrous.
Right. I mean, like, how much is your data worth, you think? Maybe like a couple.
Mine specifically?
Right.
I'm what they call
a bigger.
I'm what they call a whale when it comes to data. Okay. My data is big, but I don't sign up for these services. No,
but also, what
I sign up
that data for?
When I sign up under a pseudonym, so nobody knows they have my data. That's why it's the great white whale of data.
Rob Samuel.
That's right. No one has any idea. I mean, I think the idea is that they use this data to go like, okay, this percentage of 30-year-old white men or women who watched this, who go to the movie theater every other week, wanted to see this movie at this time. Theoretically, they think that like being able to have that amount of customer data would be beneficial to the studios, but the studios were like, yeah, we're fine. We don't need it.
Well, I wasn't going to say sell the data because I know that's the reason that it failed. But if you have,
but it would have been your idea.
No, it would have been. Without any hindsight, it would have been. Mm-hmm. But maybe if you have all these people subscribe to something, you then use that opportunity to sell them on something else or make a partnership with someone who can pay you, or a sponsorship, something that you could sell to your customers that already subscribe.
You sound like the dude who we watched, who's like, yup, and then we're going to lock it so you have to watch the ads.
Yeah. But you continue, but where they failed is they lost their subscribers because, obviously they couldn't afford it. But you have to take that loss. That's the loss. You're going to lose money on this, but you're going to gain money by. That's
why it doesn't work as a business. You or no one else can figure out how's the part where you make money. Like, yes. But I mean, look, if I offered a service, right? Like, imagine Hot Dog, if I said this, I'm going to offer a grocery delivery service where all your groceries are 50% off, and I'll just take the L. Everybody would sign up. Like, I put Grubhub out of business, right?
Yeah, right.
Where does part 2 come in?
Okay. So let's say you're on Shark Tank or something like that right now, and you have an idea to get a huge subscriber base.
And then Kevin O'Leary would go like this. He goes, I don't understand how you make money doing this. And I go, that's why I need a shark.
Right. Finish that. Like if you thought of this idea to send every person in America $1 a month.
Okay. Who doesn't want a hot 12 a year, right?
Right. I'm sure you'd get like a couple million people subscribed to it.
I jump on that.
Right.
I'm trying to get that 12.
Man, it just feels like the answer, once you get 10 million subscribers, it feels like the answer is right around the corner. Because it's so big.
Right.
It's right around the corner.
But they're there because they're getting something for next to nothing.
Right. Yes, I know. So you bring them in.
And then you're like
that loss.
Right. I know.
And then
like hot dog, nobody questions whether or not you can figure out how to take a massive L. Okay, everybody knows if you're trying to figure out how to take a loss, hire Hot Dog as a consultant. You should be a loss consultant because you can come up with all the ideas in the world to lose money.
Right. So like if it's 10 million subscribers, you're sending $1 a month. That's $10 million a month, $120 million a year, right? If that math is correct.
You think 10 million people want the dollar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Did I do that? I fucked it up probably.
No. I'm just saying you think that many people want $12.
Oh, yeah. 10 million people would sign up for it. Why not? And then it's like the answer's in the tip of my tongue. I know it. It's there.
But you haven't got.
How are we gonna make money?
Okay.
It's there.
Okay.
I'm losing track here. I just know it's there.
Yeah. Well, they couldn't figure it out at MoviePass.
Okay.
You know what else has a lot of subscribers that they're trying to figure out how to make money off of and cannot figure out how to make money?
What?
I'll show you. Hang on. Just be a little patient.
Drum roll.
Yeah, be a little patient. Twitter. You're literally, I mean, he's got more than 10 million people. He's trying everything he can to make money. He can't.
Oh, my God. Tell me you've noticed this before you get into your tandem. You notice the ads are a lot fucking easier to accidentally click on now? Does that happen to you?
No. I mean, I've seen the ads.
You're scrolling through Twitter.
Yeah.
And when you scroll through an ad, it opens up a page. That used to never happen. You're just scrolling, and now it automatically opens to whatever the ad is. And I'm guessing they're using that to be like, look, people are clicking on your ads, and it's cheating.
It may also.
And it's so annoying.
Okay. Sorry.
I apologize.
It may also be a thing because I've seen a lot more of like, hey, sign up to premium. It'll be more convenient. So it may also be a thing where the app is getting like difficult to use.
Yes.
Unless you sign up for premium.
Physically difficult to use.
Right. You're having trouble with it.
Yeah, I'm not clicking on these ads.
No, I know. But you get them anyway, right?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm sorry. I just needed to get that out.
No, it's tough. It's tough. Well, a lot of controversy because Elon took away public Twitter likes this week. The like functionality, there used to be, you'd hit like on something. And then it used to be a thing. You'd go to the page of whatever person, Twitter/@NotSam, Twitter/@NotSamHotDog, whatever you want to do. And there would be categories or scategories, as some might say, where it's like tweets, replies, media, and one of them would say likes. And so you could click on it and you could see every tweet that this person liked. Now, in all fairness, there is no public good that comes from that. Like that functionality does not serve any public good except for dunking. If you're trying to dunk on someone and you catch them, that was fun. There were many, many, many cases of people liking things that they didn't think people would see and then having to go like, oh, I must have done that by mistake. I'm sure I didn't do that on purpose when they did, Ted Cruz liking porno tweets and stuff like that. Because that's what this is.
That's my intern.
People go like this. They go, Elon's only doing this so people can like, politically controversial things now. people can like far right tweets and nobody will know. No, that's not what it's for. It's so people can privately like porno tweets. That's what it is. I mean, that's what it is. It's so people can hit like because they're hoping their adult film actress is going to see it and go like, oh, he liked my tweet. I'm going to DM him and start a relationship.
But you have bookmarks for that. Bookmarks are always secret.
Bookmarks,
I guess like
bookmarks are secret.
Yeah. On Twitter, I believe. I mean, it's a horrible feature. Oh, just because of that, people used to get caught and all that stuff. But liking something was like one step below reposting. Like, so like if you want people to know you agree with this, but you didn't want to fully what's the word? Just kind of endorse it.
Right.
You liked it.
So you're saying, okay, but you're saying that liking something was a public, like if you're using it properly, it is a public declaration. Like I'm letting you and the rest of the world know I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm not going to retweet. I'm not going to throw it up on a billboard on my page, but I want everyone to know you're my guy.
Right. If I see a Not Sam like this on top, it's like, okay, this is
gotcha.
This is you going.
I'm throwing the endorsement.
Right.
The low key.
Not a full
low key endorsed by.
Yes.
Oh, Sam liked that? Oh, okay. That's right, because the high profile likes or the likes from people that you would follow, you'd see it above the tweet. Right.
That's how that shows up on your feed. And now we're also missing that. We're missing like, the funny Ted Cruz stepmom porn.
Because now the only people that see the likes are if I post something, I could see everybody that liked my tweet. And they can see it, obviously, that they liked it. Like you can go through your own likes. But other than that, nobody can see it. But here's the thing that I'm concerned with. We're now, because he posted a thing, Elon did, that said immediately, like within hours of the likes becoming private, likes went through the roof. Thousands of more likes in general. Like this is the number of likes that tweets had when it was public. This is the number of likes that tweets had as soon as it went private. And I believe that. Hot Dog, you should see, Hot Dog, you should see the stuff that I've been liking. I would never say it publicly.
Oh, no.
I mean,
oh no.
I've been, oh yeah. Oh, it's dark. I've been going on oh, you don't want to know. You do not want the stuff that I have been liking since it became private. I could never even tell my family. But that's now personal just for me and the people that post whatever it is that they're posting.
Here's what I hope happens to you and everyone else. I hope at some point Elon sells Twitter to someone who decides, hey guys, we're bringing the likes are public again. We're bringing that back. And also we're going to do retroactive. So anything in the last, I would say 2 years, we're bringing you can see it.
It's going to look like when there are cockroaches in a restaurant and you flip the lights on. I'm going to be unliking all over the place. That's so much power to give to a person to be like, now you can like in private. It was when you were liking in public, you could accidentally screw up or whatever. But generally speaking, you knew you were liking in public. Now there's
some sickos though who who knew that and were still liking whatever the fuck.
You know why? Because it's late at night. Okay.
Yeah.
You're lonely. It's late at night. You're in a weird headspace. Things aren't going your way.
And then all of a sudden I see Henny liked big booty bitches at 2 a.m.
Bro, you start getting self-destructive. It's crazy what happens to you. And this is what I'm saying. You're right. That if we go down this road, we are now saying, because Elon is saying, hey, don't worry, like whatever you want. Go into the deepest, darkest crevices of your brain and you hit like. That's between me and you. I won't tell anyone. And everybody's going like, you got it. You got it. You got it. There's a record of that somewhere. What happens?
No.
Bro, of course there is. You know how they got Ashley Madison? They hacked in. They released all the... What if somebody hacks X, hacks Twitter, and publics the likes? It would ruin lives forever.
And you'd have to... And my kid must have grabbed that phone. I don't know. For 5 weeks, you were just liking all this hateful stuff.
I don't even use
I don't know
Twitter, to tell you the truth. That's really not. I don't even know. What is a like, by the way? Anyway, I don't know,
that must have been
man.
my intern. My intern manages my account. So I can't.
That's gotta be a prank. I think Elon got me on that one. That's probably that can't be true. See people in the chat, they're going, I'm gonna go like dirty things right now. They're gonna get you.
And I don't trust it.
No,
they're gonna get you. They're gonna get your ass.
Yeah, it seems too foolproof.
And now porn. I mean, I don't know that porn was ever banned on Twitter because I saw it all the fucking time. But didn't he also announce like this past week or two that now you could just freely post
as much as you want, enjoy it for yourself? He says as much as you want. But bro, you understand now? Think about all the people who get their accounts hacked. I got a DM from somebody else who got their account hacked that said it was from Twitter, and it had a verified check. And it said, this is Twitter support. You did something to violate copyright. Click on this link to clear it up, or your account will be deleted forever within 24 hours. And I was like, please. So I clicked the link to see how the scam works.
Yeah.
And like you click through and
that's
like
dangerous, by the way.
I know, but I was like, no, if I click the link, it'll be fine. It's not gonna autofill anything. But the first thing they do is have you log into your Twitter account after you click the link. And I'm like, there it is.
Yeah.
No. But now,
I mean, it's not gonna catch 99%.
Bro, people get caught in these phishing scams all the time. Now they got your likes too, your private likes. And you grew up with him and you don't feel bad? That's bad. It's bad. It's gonna be bad for some people.
So that's how people are gonna get blackmailed. Like, you send us some money now, we're gonna release all your likes.
We got your likes. Screenshot of the likes. We got your likes.
Remember when Instagram likes Instagram had a section of like what people were publicly liking and how disastrous that was?
It's even worse on Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, what are you liking? You know what I mean?
Especially like if you're a guy and you got a girlfriend or something and you're just liking and commenting on all these other pages. They have to get rid of that real quick.
Right. LOL. Who are you LOLing over there? No. I don't know. I don't know.
My coworker.
It's just a funny. They're just funny. You know, it's just joke. I don't even know if it's a guy or a girl. I don't know.
You feel safe opening Twitter in public nowadays?
No, I can't open it around my kids.
That's what I was gonna say.
No,
crazy. It's crazy
I can't. No, absolutely not. No, I do not. No, in public, whatever. It's kind of funny. Around my kids, I can't do that. That's not an app I can open.
Yeah,
you just see full frontal all of a sudden, and you're like, I'm not ready to have this conversation with my kids. You know. No,
and I feel like the X name in public doesn't help. You're opening up X, and all of a sudden there's like a badass in your face, and they're like if someone who's not in the know and
right
still doesn't know
and it's like
X now.
And you go like this. You go, what are you doing? Oh, I didn't know this would happen. What app is that? It's called X.
No, it's Twitter. It's Twitter.
You know, like Twitter. They're like, I don't know what. I use Threads, man. I don't know about that.
Yeah, what a nasty place now.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Wow, I'll tell you, it's crazy. You know, we celebrate greatness here on Sam Roberts Now. We've always celebrated greatness. When somebody's great at something, we like to celebrate that. We celebrate Caitlin Clark. We celebrate everybody who's great at things. Tiger Woods, y'all. I became a golf guy because Scotty Scheffler was great at golf and getting his ass locked up. Okay? We love greatness. And
Doug.
That's right. And America does two things. It creates heroes and it creates corporate greed and rigidity. And those two things conflicted this week in a way that I never thought possible with the news of Joey Chestnut. We all know this face. This is the face of American heroicism and eroticism. This
the glizzy god
is the glizzy god, Joey Chestnut. Joey Chestnut is somebody who every July 4th, we gather the family around and the kids go, what does it mean to be American? Why do we celebrate this? And I go, shh. And I point to the screen. And that man walks up to a table with a guy in a straw hat announcing to Coney Island that it is time for the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. And he's got a whole, this is a long ass table. Some guys are skinny. Some guys are fat. Women, men, doesn't matter. Everybody's welcome. Step right up, because this is where winners and the greatest prosper. There's no asterisks here, okay? This is just greatness personified. And this is an American that has done this over and over and over and over again. Do you know how many times, Hot Dog, and you are named after this competition? That's what people don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When you gained,
I've been watching. I've been looking up to this man since I was a child.
That's right. When you gained American citizenship, you went to that office and you said, "Can I rename?" When you were on Ellis Island, you said, "Hot Dog is the name I'd like to take."
H-O-T.
That's right. Because what could be more American? And Joey Chestnut said, "Hold my beer." And you said, "Why?" He said, "I'm not going to need it. All I'm going to need is a whole bunch of hot dogs and this cup of disgusting water." I can't imagine how gross those water cups are that they have during this hot dog eating contest. How many times do you think this guy has won the Nathan's hot dog eating contest?
I'm going to say 10.
16. 16-time winner. Woo! Holder of the mustard yellow, golden green Nathan's hot dog eating a championship belt. Joey Chestnut. You know when the last time he won the hot dog eating competition was?
Not last year?
Last year. That's when it was. It was last year. And you remember last year, it almost got rained out. Do you remember that? It almost got rained out, and Joey Chestnut said, no. He's a locker room leader. He said, we're here to perform. We're here to show greatness, American ingenuity, stick-to-itiveness, gumption. And they went up there.
And deep throats.
No gag reflex on this guy whatsoever. I've never seen it once be affected. You know how many hot dogs this guy ate? How many hot dogs? 10 minutes. He's got 10 minutes.
I want to say it's 20 something.
20 something.
Wait, no, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. No, that'd be crazy. That's not enough.
10 minutes.
Hot dog. 10 minutes?
Hot dog.
Oh, no. We're talking like minimum 50.
62 hot dogs. I was so worried you were going to overshoot. 62 hot dogs is the amount of hot dogs that
I'm thinking minimum 300.
I was like, oh, Jesus. Because 20 would have been so great. It's like, yeah, to sit up there. And it is. They call it the fastest 10 minutes in sports. Did you know that? The fastest 10 minutes in sports, the most exciting 10 minutes in sport as well. As Joey Chestnut got up there and he scarfed down 62 hot dogs, it put him in first place. Do you know how many second place got?
Maybe like 10 less.
49.
Wow.
More than 10 less.
I mean, in this sport, that's a blowout.
Blowout.
That's a blowout.
His record, Joey Chestnut, he didn't hit his record. 62 is not his record. It's what it took to win the championship. Honestly, he could have eaten 50 last year. He would have won the championship. He went to 62. The most he's ever done in 10 minutes? 76. 76 glizzies.
In his prime. Maybe 10 years ago, something like that, I'm guessing.
I don't remember what year it was, but he's still in his prime as far as I'm concerned. 76 glizzies down that red, white, and blue throat of the throat goat Joey Chestnut. So
I mean, it really is like the one place that embodies the mantra of like all men are created equal, and everyone has a fair shake at life.
And the other Americans' motto, more is better.
Right.
Why
because there's no one helping you?
That's right. And it's a single sport, no team sport, single player sport. And it's just like everything else in America. You know what would make this better? More, right? These geniuses at McDonald's, they go, how can we make our drinks better? Make the cups bigger. Yeah, that'd be great. You go to the movie theater. What can we do to make popcorn? I mean, it's the old classic thing. How can popcorn get better? Put it in a bigger bucket. That's a great idea.
Nice.
We'll charge a lot more for it. Yes. Because you go to a movie theater and you go, can I have a medium popcorn as an adult? A medium? Where are you from? What is this, France? What is this, portion controlled? What is this, a tasting menu? Medium? Why don't we give you a bucket, sir? I go, yes, you're right.
I still need to catch up to, as an immigrant, I still need to catch up to that whole bigger is better mantra, because I do know anytime I'm on the road with you guys and I order a small Pepsi,
I slap it out of your hand. I slap it right out of your hand. I go,
say, this is America.
This is America. You can get an Uber to wherever it is that we're going. Because if you're going into my American Jeep, you're bringing a large. Have you ever seen me order a drink that wasn't the largest drink on the menu?
No.
It's
like I go like, you know what you're doing to yourself?
Yeah, I do. Americanizing. Yes.
Damn right.
And how do they prepare our food? They fry it. Deep fried.
Get in there.
Yes. But now we've gotten to a place where it's like we've forgotten this in exchange for what appears to be corporate greed, as the news broke via Joey Chestnut's social media page that Joey was not invited to participate in the Nathan's hot dog eating competition this year. Major League Eating has made this call. They say that Joey Chestnut broke a rule that stipulated that no participant is allowed to promote a competing hot dog brand. Chestnut is sponsored by a plant-based food company. Quote, for nearly 2 decades, we have worked under the same basic hot dog exclusivity provisions. That's the same contract you had me sign, hot dog.
Mm-hmm.
There's a hot dog exclusivity to Sam Roberts now.
No other hot dogs.
No other hot dogs are allowed. However, it seems that Joey and his managers have prioritized, now they're getting into taking shots in the media, have prioritized a new partnership with a different hot dog brand over our long-time relationship. See, the problem is that Joey Chestnut signed a deal with Impossible Foods, and Impossible Foods is launching a vegan hot dog, which Major League Eating says is against the rules of competing in the Nathan's hot dog eating competition. But I feel like this is a Caitlin Clark situation, where it's like, well, Joey's got to get paid for his greatness.
You think they're targeting the GOAT?
I think they're targeting the GOAT, and he's got to get paid. So where's he going to get paid if not in his endorsements? You understand?
Right. Yeah. I find it odd that he never had Nathan's endorsement, if that's the case, all these years.
Why would Nathan's have to endorse a player if they got the whole game? They said, don't endorse the player, endorse the game. That's what they always say.
Sure. I mean, and it sounded like they were you trying to use like the betrayal angle. Like, how dare he?
That Major League Eating was betrayed.
Right.
When he's just trying, and it's ironic for somebody that eats hot dog buns, the guy's just trying to make some bread. You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't he skip the bread? Don't they usually skip do they eat the entire thing?
No.
Or is it just the
I think they got to eat the bread. I don't know. I think they got to eat the bread.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah. But they all got techniques. They dip it in water, to make it all soft and mushy.
Yeah.
Wow. Have you heard the latest on this?
No.
It goes further, right? Because in America, we don't just sit there and take loss. Somebody understands opportunity. when opportunity arises. Because one day after this announcement that Nathan's and Joey Chestnut and Major League Eating and all this was happening, this came out. Netflix is real. Netflix announced that on September 2nd, don't worry about Independence Day, Labor Day, on September 2nd, this is how we end the summer. Unfinished Beef comes to Netflix. A live hot dog eating competition. One-on-one. Joey Chestnut versus the former GOAT of hot dog eating, Kobyashi. Netflix says, okay, Nathan's, okay, Major League Eating, you guys don't want him? We're going to take him. Because we have found the two greatest eaters of all time. Nobody is going to take seriously whoever wins the Nathan's hot dog competition.
That would be a paper champion.
A paper champion hot dog. Hot dog paper champion hot dog.
Thank you.
Netflix turns around and they go, okay, all right, Major League Eating, you have your paper champion. We're going to crown the GOAT. And they haven't announced the location yet, but they have said, signed, sealed, and delivered. Do you remember Kobyashi? Kobyashi was Joey Chestnut before Joey Chestnut. Kobyashi was the legend before Joey Chestnut.
He predates him.
Oh, yeah. No.
Okay.
Kobayashi predates him. I think Kobayashi started, I think from 2005 to 2009 were the crossover years. Kobayashi left the Nathan's hot dog eating competition in 2009. But from 2005 to 2009, Joey Chestnut was the young up-and-comer, and Kobyashi was the certified GOAT. And I believe that transition of power, I think at the end, Kobyashi ended up losing out to Joey Chestnut. But in the beginning, Kobyashi definitely beat Joey Chestnut before.
Right.
This is the guy. So and it's interesting because he left in 2009 and he's recently been talking about retiring from competitive eating altogether. He says, quote, I no longer feel hunger. And at first I was like, that's so poetic. But then I was like, oh, I wonder if that's like a medical thing where he just actually does not get hungry anymore and has no idea when his body needs food.
I hope that he was just trying to be like,
spiritual. But poetic. Yeah. I hope so too. Because otherwise that's terrifying. You don't think about the complication. We haven't seen a GOAT competitive eater have to deal with the effects of later in life. We'll see. But I mean, dude, what other sport? This would be like if they said, hey guys, Michael Jordan and LeBron James, while both still at least somewhat in their prime, are going to go one-on-one.
Right. In
a game of horse. Okay? Can you imagine? You would just go one-on-one. You wouldn't need to see horse.
No.
All right. Fine. I always liked horse. I thought it was a fun game, but whatever.
Okay.
Whatever. Yeah, this is Jordan and LeBron one-on-one. Okay? This is
sell out a whole arena for this right here.
I go.
I would try to get some tickets.
I go. I wonder where they're going to do it. And part of me wonders too, the fact that this poster that is the official Netflix poster looks like AI did it.
It was quick. You think it was a quick rush job?
I feel like this looks like AI. We haven't seen any other promotion besides this, and we don't have a location, or even I haven't seen a time of day. It just says live Monday, September 2nd. I really feel like they got this all together within 24 hours, that they heard this news and they were like, I mean, and if that's true, then they're geniuses. If they heard this news and they were like, let's put on our own event, then hell yeah, that rules.
If Netflix is doing something like that you could just green light something like a live show within hours or a day, that's where I want to work.
That's next level. That's next level. We can do that at Not Sam. There's only problem with us is budgetary restrictions right now.
Right. We could announce that. We could green light it and announce it.
I'm ready to green light projects. You just have to talk to me. Unfortunately, I'm going to you for the economics a lot of times on them. And you're not hitting me with a lot of ideas other than people will love it.
Don't worry. We'll lose money on this, but
we'll get it on the next one.
Sam, I'll get 10,000 people there. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so that's where we're at. Joey Chestnut, Kobyashi, and who would have thought, man? Who would have thought that this bad news will become such fabulous news for all of us? And I mean, are you even
out better than how it normally would have? Right?
Are you even going to watch the Nathan's competition?
No. Look, usually I see the clip. I see the Chestnut wins yet again, and that's usually the info that I get.
Somebody's got to show up. This is what's got to happen, okay? Because you gotta find opportunity wherever you find opportunity. One of these competitive eaters has to show up and go, look, for the first time in decades, I don't have to worry about Joey Chestnut or Kobyashi taking the spotlight. Somebody has to get up there. Somebody's got to eat 77 hot dogs. That would be the move. Somebody's got to figure out how to eat 77 hot dogs. Don't worry about winning. Don't worry about anything except getting 77 glizzies down that pristine throat of yours. Because if somebody can go in there and go like, hey, Joey Chestnut, while you were out doing your Netflix fun and games, I beat your record, son. Because if you can beat Joey Chestnut's record of 76, then it's like, okay, well, whether Joey Chestnut is there or not, I never seen that guy do more than 76. And that guy just did 77.
You make it sound easy, Sam. You make it sound very easy. I would probably lower that bar and say maybe you don't have to beat that number.
Ty?
And you don't have, but you win, and you make sure after you win, you call out Chestnut. You say, I'm the real world's champion. You cut a killer promo.
Oh, okay. But you got to have a number. You can't do, 52 hot dogs and call out Joey Chestnut, because it's like, what are you having lunch or doing a competition? 52 hot dogs. What are you even doing? Remember that one year that Joey Chestnut literally took a break to choke a motherfucker out? Remember that? Remember when that guy came up with the sign to like protest, and Joey Chestnut just put him in a rear naked, dropped him, and went back to eating his glizzies and still won?
He still won? Yeah.
Of course he did.
That's badass.
That's what we're dealing with here. You got to get 77 hot dogs. And then you come on like Ivan Drago. You know what I mean? You come on and be like, you have to create a challenge. Like, you have to make it, okay, here's the storyline, right? You have to make it so that Joey Chestnut has sold out. You know what I mean? Remember when Rocky got famous? Rocky started enjoying, living the high life, forgot what it meant to be a working man's hero, and was, he was all up into songs, all up into videos. Remember that?
Forgot what it meant to be a fighter.
Right. And what happened? You got some guy who's getting down and dirty, who's killing people in the ring, okay? That's now who you got to remember who to beat. So you need somebody that's like, bro, you're taking money from vegan hot dogs? Vegan hot dogs. That's who you take money from? Vegan hot dogs. You enjoy your little vegan hot dog. You enjoy your little Netflix. I hope your pockets are fat, because my throat is fat. That's what he should say. Okay? All right?
I'm out here entertaining the people.
Right. How many did I eat? 77. 77. And then he can show up with a shirt that says 77 on it. Bro, you need to somebody's got to get 77. There's never been an opportunity like this for stardom, ever. This is the biggest opportunity in the history of the competitive eating industry. And that's saying a lot.
Sam?
Yeah.
You're asking for someone to come in and break the world record.
Yes.
The 1 year that he's gone.
Now's the time to do it.
Now's the time to do it. Easier said than done.
Well, I'm here to watch champions. I'm not here to watch a dude eat a hot dog. I'm here to watch people do things that a normal man could not. I'm here to, because if you're just sitting there eating, I could go to a hot dog stand and eat a bunch of hot dogs. Big deal. I want to watch superhuman feats. And one of those superhuman feats is 77 hot dogs, grab the microphone and go, chestnuts, chestnuts, chestnuts.
Where is he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Out with his vegan friends.
Right.
That
Right.
heat.
Right. And then you show up. Netflix will do like press conferences with Joey Chestnuts and Kobyashi. You show up just shouting at him from the audience. This ain't nothing. Y'all ain't nothing. And everybody will know. This is a huge opportunity for somebody. There's never been anything like this.
Who's going to step up?
Do you understand? If somebody can get 77 hot dogs and Joey Chestnuts has to beat Kobyashi, if Joey Chestnuts loses to Kobyashi, the whole angle is screwed.
Right.
But if Joey Chestnuts can beat Kobyashi and somebody can get 77 hot dogs, we literally have the biggest battle in sports history. I mean, this is Ali Frazier. Okay.
There's someone in the hot dog eating competition who's like a promoter who's like rubbing their hands at the thought of this.
Yeah.
Of the next star that's gonna come up.
Yeah. He's testing consumption patterns right now.
How many think you could take down in 10 minutes?
I don't know, 60. I mean, if you could take 60, you could take 70, can't you?
Yeah, let's cram them in.
And if you could take 70, why not boost it to 77? Be nice to get on that Guinness Book of World Records page, wouldn't it? Wouldn't you like to get on that page? You'd like that, wouldn't you? I guess I would.
I think maybe Nathan's kind of works it a little bit and offers people smaller hot dogs this year.
Smart. You don't even realize it's a pig in a blanket. You don't even. Yeah. Nope. Actually, a lot of people saying pig in a blanket. That's the same size we've always used.
Yeah. Slightly smaller hot dogs.
Yeah.
Just so they can scrub that record away.
Yeah. They got to.
If I was a promoter, that's what I'd do.
They got to do it. Well, I thought that it wasn't going to get any more dramatic than that. But then there was more drama going on today. I don't know if you've heard about this, but I always love when people clap back. I thought Kendrick and Drake was going to be about as good as it got for the summer. Mm-hmm. Did you hear about what's happened in the last 24 hours? You know who clapped back? We got a clap back. You didn't hear about the clap back?
I didn't get that notification on my phone.
Check out who clapped back. Mr. Steal Your Girl. Oh. Mr. Steal Your Girl. Neil deGrasse Tyson. I would not let my wife around this man in that vest ever. Look at him. You ever seen a man that confident before wearing an astrology-themed vest? I'd never seen it.
I mean, he's smarter than you. Mm-hmm. He's better. He's got more style than you.
And he could take you down with a double leg if he needs to.
Exactly. Good amateur. I mean, that's, again, stud.
That's right. I mean, he's a little condescending, but other than that. But you know what? Maybe he's got reason to be. So Neil deGrasse Tyson jumped up on YouTube, where you got to do it nowadays, and he clapped back against your boy Terrence Howard.
Oh, okay, mine.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. So Neil deGrasse Tyson had some things to say finally, because you remember Terrence Howard, he went on Joe Rogan and explained that he figured out that math, as it turns out, wrong.
Multiplication doesn't make any sense in the way that we
because we're doing it linear. He's talking about the cycles, the movement of everything. So he's got a t-shirt. Square root of 2 is what's square root of 2, hot dog?
Fuck, what is it? 1?
Yep. 1 times 1 is because 1 times 1 is
it's 1.
Nope, 2. Terrence.
Yeah. Honestly, you might fuck me up during this whole conversation.
By the way, I like that you really thought the square root of 2 was 1. You're like, it's 1, right?
No, oh fuck. I don't know. I haven't been in school in a minute.
I did. 1 times 1 is, you're like
I might have to Google the square root of 2.
Well, so Terrence Howard basically said, okay, math, I figured out why it's wrong, and also figured out why the periodic table of elements is wrong. Gravity is nonsense. He's got a whole bunch of stuff. He did a whole thing. It was great. I loved it. I love the world. I like watching Trump on Logan Paul's show. I like watching Terrence Howard blow all of our minds. And honestly, you know, I know about horror movies. I know about pro wrestling. I don't know math like that. Terrence Howard's done more. Who's done more studying about math, you or Terrence Howard?
I mean, you just saw me struggling right now.
That's what I'm
Terrence,
saying.
I would have to take his word for it.
And he sounds confident when he talks, like really confident.
Right.
Like going like, hey, all the math is wrong. My math is right. I'm very sure of it. And it's like,
you think he could sell you?
Yeah, I can't prove him
over
wrong.
time?
I can't prove him wrong. You know what I mean? Like he goes, the Pythagorean theorem. I go, yeah, I remember hearing about that. He goes, it's wrong. I was like, you know what? I go like this. Really? You know, like, okay, like if you say so. I have never known enough to say the Pythagorean theorem is incorrect. But
like
he looks
Pythagorean himself is wrong.
The Pythagorean theorem is an equation.
No, I know. But I mean,
I would guess.
No,
you didn't.
Yes,
okay, what is cool? What is it?
I don't know what it is. So I'm just wondering if it was created by Pythagorean.
So by who?
Pythagorean?
Pythagorean?
Fuck, I'm gonna have to look at this. I'm gonna have to Google this.
I've already lost you, huh?
Yeah.
So Terrence Howard said that he had briefly spoken to Neil deGrasse Tyson. He said that they met at an event and they had talked about doing his show. Neil deGrasse Tyson was like, yeah, I'd love to have you on my show. And then Terrence Howard was like, yeah, I'm all about doing the show and everything, but like, this isn't some like silly show business thing. This is the real deal. And I want to send you the 36-page version of what I did, like of what I discovered. So Neil deGrasse Tyson is like, I mean, I don't really have time to sit around and read 36 pages, but all right, send me 36 pages then.
Mm-hmm.
And this is both. So far, they line up equally. They both say this happened. Terrence Howard sent the 36 pages, but then Terrence Howard said that he, it was like he was vitriolic in the way that he put down everything that Terrence said in the thing. That it was like clear, it was just like an attack, Terrence. You know, I'm paraphrasing, but it was almost like he was attacking Terrence, and Terrence Howard went, oh, this is something else. This isn't science. This isn't like, let's explore ideas. This is somebody who's coming after me for discovering the truth. You know, that I think that was the vibe, I think, that Terrence Howard got.
I bet you Neil sent it back with a bunch of, strikes and, all that stuff.
Bro, see that guy right there?
Yeah.
Love that picture. Neil deGrasse Tyson. In case you ain't know, Neil deGrasse Tyson comes with receipts every time. He said this interaction probably happened 8 years ago or something like that. Several years ago, this interaction happened. Neil deGrasse Tyson had the printouts. He took the 36-page document. He read every page top to bottom. And he redlined and peer-reviewed the entire thing.
Yep.
And so what did this guy do? He jumped on YouTube, went through the entire document, and read all of his criticisms.
He held on to that for 8 years.
8 years.
And I guess, wouldn't you too?
He had it right.
Howard,
yeah, I love Hard Out Here for a Pimp. I mean, and the way he redlined it and attacked it, it was like, I mean, I used to not tell my father that I had assignments due. Not because I wasn't going to do them, but because I knew that he would say, hey, you mind if I read that before you hand it in? And I mean, I wouldn't even be able to see what I had typed under all the red ink that he would put on this thing. It was insane. I remember one time, I was a very lazy kid. And I remember one time I wrote a paper and I was too lazy to save it on the computer. I didn't even Apple S. I was just too lazy. I was like, whatever, dude. I just printed it and I was like, okay, I'm done. Click. Do you want to save? No. I just clicked no. It was the quickest thing. I was lazy and I just put it down on the counter, went and took a shower, walked downstairs to the kitchen, looked down on the counter, read as far as the eye could see. My dad goes,
Hey,
I saw you left that out. I just wanted to make a couple notes. I figured you wouldn't mind. I went,
oh,
no.
you're screwed.
No, I appreciate the feedback on this. I had to go upstairs, retype the whole thing with the notes and everything. I mean, it was terrible. It was terrible.
I mean, if I was you, I would have taken advantage of that and just half-assed the paper that I knew Pops would
Right, yeah,
rewrite.
he's gonna redline. That's probably the way to do it. So that's how he handled Terrence Howard, though, like blasting through the whole thing. So he read even the beginning. He said that the quote in the beginning of this 36-page paper was, "It can never occur that the square root of a given number when added to itself is greater than the initial number squared, for that would expose a loose thread within the fabric of our understanding." And Neil wrote right under it, "First problem is that this initial hypothesis is the opening thesis is false." Because he said that rule that you just described, every number that is less than 1 and greater than 0, 0.64, 0.76, 0.08, all of those numbers, this rule, it does occur. So this thing that it can never occur that the square root of a given number, if the number is between 0 and 1, it does occur. So since that opening thing of, I'm going to prove that this does occur, and if I can prove that this does occur, then my way of thinking is right. He's going, it already does occur. In math as we understand it, it occurs. So basically, if the first premise of this 36-page thing is flawed, I now get to go through and just say none of this works.
Now, if Neil really wanted to like teach Terrence or like have him like softly guide him, bring him into the light, and show him he was wrong, maybe you don't strike down the very first sentence, because then it does seem like an attack.
He said I peer reviewed it the way I would review it for any of my peers.
Yeah, that's rough.
If the premise is flawed,
yes,
then we're starting from a deficit.
Right. But that would, because if the very first sentence is wrong, why even bother with like the rest of the paper?
Well, now you're just bullying.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Now at least give him that. Give him that, and then you can go into the attacks.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Because it's like, all right, you said it was wrong. All right.
Now you're just saying it over and over and over.
Yeah, still wrong, by the way, based on that first thing. I know. He said in the end, he read his notes at the end, and he went through the whole thing. You can find it on YouTube. It's got 2 million views already. It's great. But he goes through the whole thing, and he says that he appreciates that he has an active and restless mind, but that so many of your premises, theories, conclusions are flawed, untrue, unprovable, and unrepeatable. But the images that you supplied in this report are beautiful. And it's like, what
does that mean?
There are like graphs and images and stuff. He said the images are beautiful works of art, the likes of which I've never seen before. What's the difference?
You got to end it in a positive note.
Hot dog, what's the opposite of science?
I
was
going to say religion.
No. I would argue the opposite of science is art, in the sense that it doesn't have to be at all provable. It's completely subjective. And yep, sure, beautiful art. We could talk about it if you want, but there's nothing to test here. You know what I mean? So what he's saying is, if somebody is saying your art is beautiful, that is what I gathered from this scientific report. It feels like the most insulting thing you could say.
It's as nice as it's going to get from Neil, though.
Yeah.
Like that's
well, then he goes on to explain. I don't think he liked being name checked by Terrence Howard, because then Neil deGrasse Tyson goes on to say, and by the way, they're calling you, he said religion is implying that science and religion cannot coexist. which,
That's true.
as we all know, Scientology is literally, come on, dude.
Science and religion.
Duh. So he went on to explain Terrence Howard and his relationship to the Dunning-Kruger effect. You never want to be described as having the Dunning-Kruger effect.
Remind me.
The Dunning-Kruger effect, hot dog, is kind of like what you have with like cameras and stuff like that. Like going on like shoots and stuff like that.
A great taste and a good eye.
The Dunning-Kruger effect is when you know just enough to think that you're a genius, but not enough to realize that you're wrong.
Right. Because it creates a false sense of ego.
Right, exactly, right? So you know just
yes.
enough to be like, I'm an expert at this. But if you knew a little more, like if you learned a little more, you would realize that you're actually wrong about everything. There's this whole chart. It goes like, you go all the way up and you go, I'm a genius. But then you keep learning and it dips all the way down. You're lower than you were when you started, like depressed. You're wallowing. But then if you keep going, you can go even higher, and that's how you actually become an expert.
Mm-hmm.
But he put Terrence Howard at the beginning. He showed the graph and everything. Like, and he was like, this is where Terrence Howard is on the Dunning-Kruger effect. He knows enough to think that he's a genius. But right over here is where you find out that you've learned enough to know that you're wrong about everything.
Right, because in a sense, even though obviously he's wrong about everything, it almost feels like he's smarter than us when it comes to math.
Who is?
Terrence.
I would say Terrence Howard is definitely, because to think that you can disprove something, you have to have a pretty substantial understanding of what it is to begin with. So I would definitely, I don't think Terrence Howard is dumb at all. Like, I would definitely say Terrence Howard doesn't know math like I know wrestling. Okay. Mm-hmm. But Terrence Howard knows math better than either of us. Yes.
But it's also crazy because at the same time, he's plainly stating crazy stuff like the multiplication table is all wrong, which a third grader knows correct, like what's correct.
That's because they're being,
as opposed to him.
Because they're being taught.
Uh-huh.
They're being taught the incorrect way.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah. So
Terrence doesn't know. It's not that he doesn't understand the way that we've been taught math. He understands it.
Right.
Enough to say that it's actually wrong, and boom. And then he starts going, Terrence Howard like referenced all these like people that he looks up to that the scientific community poo-poos. One of them being Nikola Tesla, and then a couple other guys that have done this stuff that have been discredited. And then Neil went in and said, person by person. Oh, he got him with a bar too. So he goes person by person. Why? Well, this person's theories were not repeatable. This person's theories were not provable. And he goes, and as far as Tesla goes, he goes, Tesla has units named after him, like units of measurement named like a Tesla. There's like Newton has units of measurements named after him. There are things called Newtons. He goes, there's no bigger respect in the scientific community than having units of measurement named after you. He goes, that's how much Tesla is respected. But then he also says, just because you're very right about some things doesn't mean you're very right about anything. And he goes, and as far as this list of people goes, he goes, to be a genius is to be misunderstood. But to be misunderstood is not to be a genius. And I go, oh, bars.
I'll be closed with that.
Bars. That was his They Not Like Us.
Damn.
I was like, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I hope Terrence starts like a math cult. I hope he gains followers.
Yeah, I do too. I just hope he doesn't have sex with people's wives. I mean, the minute people...
that counts with the package.
I know, but that's when I go, because you wait for it. You're like, when's he go? There it is. Okay, it is a cult. I knew it was a cult. I know.
But it'd be fun and innocent for like a couple months until, he starts making moves.
Yeah. I would love to have that conversation with somebody. so is this thing that you're running, is this a cult? And they go, no, absolutely not. I go, it's religious. He goes, yeah, but religion is about, it's not, it's a system of belief. We're helping people, blah, blah, blah. I go, okay. You have sex with your followers' wives? And he's like,
on occasion.
Yeah, I do. Okay, then it's a cult. Okay, we figured this out. Do they give you all their possessions? Yes. Yeah.
I have to multiply.
They did. Yeah, exactly. I'm the chosen one. Should be my seed. That's all that is. That's regular. That's regular stuff.
But it's just a math club.
Just math club, really. Just a math club. Yeah, we're just learning about math. You having sex with everybody's wife? Yes.
Yeah. That's the kind of the fun part.
Yeah.
So when we let loose.
Yeah. So that's what we got going on in this crazy world of ours. I feel like we covered so much tonight. If you'd like to contribute to tonight's show, every super chat will get acknowledged. Just super chat in. Every super chat gets acknowledged here on Sam Roberts Now. Let's go to PHWOFL. Hey, Sam, I'm glad that you're here, but shouldn't you be in Glasgow? No, I shouldn't be in Glasgow. There's one reason why I'm not in Glasgow, Scotland right now. You want to know why that is, Hot Dog?
Why?
Well, I'm not booked, for one thing. I'm not booked.
You're booked. You're booked at the new beautiful WWE headquarters.
That's true. I'm booked in Stamford. I'm always booked in Stamford. And I don't mind that, to tell you the truth. It's a lot easier to get to than Glasgow. Get the morning to yourself, head over to Stamford. It's kind of paradise. The Cali Kid, are you going to see Maxine? I got tickets for early access. I can't wait to see Maxine. I think we should be doing a lot of Maxine-related content coming up. You know about
horror movie?
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, wait, no, we covered this.
We've because I think I played the trailer. Very excited. This is, of course, part of the Ty West trilogy. I told you, if he lands this, perfect horror trilogy. We go from X, we go back in time to Pearl, we go forward in time again to Maxine. And I cannot wait to see this Maxine movie. Your boy Gus Fring is in Maxine.
Ooh, yeah. I remember seeing the commercials. Yeah, when's that out?
I think the first week of July it's out. I think first week of July.
I'm in there, dog.
Hell yeah, dude. Lehman says, goat in the water. And there he is, the hero pig. We get that at all, Hot Dog? I don't get that.
A hero pig. This is something with the hot dogs.
You know what? Yeah, you know what I bet that is? I went swimming today, and that's what the lifeguard was yelling.
Oh.
Goat in the water. That's a good one, right? You like that?
I thought you were calling yourself the hero pig.
No, dog. Goat in the water, dude. Come on, dude. What? Mark Sparrow got to re-up my boy's SIP Club membership. He wants you to be a part of the SIP Club. Remember what the SIP Club is? It's how you get unlimited. It's how you get unlimited access to the murder lemonade.
Yeah.
He's trying to make sure you keep drinking that murder lemonade, Hot Dog. Plum Crazy. Have you seen In a Violent Nature yet, or do you plan to? Will you review it on your channel? Oh, is it out? In a Violent Nature. Maybe I'll watch it tonight. I believe it looked kind of almost like a Jason Voorhees, Friday the 13th type of thing, but more reality based. I don't know. Let me know if it's streaming somewhere.
You gotta get active on like just doing some more horror movie reviews. Just like YouTube style,
Zoom in.
Here's my thoughts. Yeah. Here's my thoughts on this and that.
You
watch it like every day. You're watching something new
for pleasure. You should see too, bro. I've been ripping my Blu-ray collection and building my Plex server. Oh, it's the shit.
You've been flexing it.
Flexing my Plex.
Yeah, I gotta check it out,
dude. I'm going crazy. You want to know how crazy I'm going with this?
Yeah.
Right now, the rules of the streaming service that I'm building that only I have access to, which is my favorite part. I'll show everybody what's on it, but you cannot have access, is everything is a ripped Blu-ray that I have the Blu-ray of. So I want to be on the mat on my streaming service, except the only Blu-ray of it is an Australian Blu-ray. I ordered it from Australia.
Nice.
I ordered it from Australia. I get this package from Australia this week. I'm like, does it work? I don't know. Like, it's region B or whatever. I put it in my drive, rip it, boom, off to the races, baby. Except Mick Foley. Except unfortunately, Mick Foley has an Australian accent. Other than that, it's perfect.
I like the moves you're making. I like the whole NAS you built up. I like you ripping the Blu-rays. I bought a Blu-ray ripper like a couple years ago. I remember you ragging me on it for it.
Well, because you don't actually have a passion for it. And if I remember, what I was ripping you on was because I'll test you. I'll go, what do you need that for? And depending on your answer, either I was asking condescendingly or I was just legitimately asking. Like, if the answer is good, it's like, oh, okay, I was just wondering. But if the answer is bad, I was like, see, this is why I'm making fun of you. Because I was like, why are you buying Blu-rays? And you're like, cuz dog, the quality's better. And I said, what do you need to watch quality of? And you bought the first like 3 seasons of Mr. Robot.
The entire season, the entire series I bought. I'm still getting through season 2.
Of course. Why would you need that?
Yeah. And I also ripped the first season of Breaking Bad. That's all. That's the entire use. That's all the use I got for that Blu-ray rip.
Where do you put them? Like, you just have the MP4 files?
I just have it in my G drive. My RAID. Just there, just in case one of these days I just open up that MP4.
Yeah, in case. I mean, it could go away. My stuff, a lot of my stuff is more like, oh, these are kind of obscure things mixed in with some stuff that I really love. But
Breaking Bad could go away someday. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I better grab Sopranos before it's too late.
Let's see. Scrolling down.
Bo Knows Zombies is next.
Okay. Oh, there he is. Yes. Bo Knows Zombies. Glad we got 3 topics today, since you two slackers only show your ugly mugs around here once every 3 weeks. And where is the new merch, Sam? Love y'all. By the way, I would have been on every week. Hot Dog said he couldn't make it. That's why
I called an audible. I said, not this week, Sam.
Nah, not today. Yeah, I do have to if we want, do we need to put out the Notsam Wrestling summer merch again? Maybe find some new like garments or something. I can do that.
Yeah.
I can do that. By the way, I see Lou. I do want to give a shout out to Lou, because Lou has been in the chat and I appreciate Lou. I want to acknowledge Lou because I like Lou, but also rules are rules. And I'm on SuperChats.
We ain't reading that shit.
Eliago. Oh, you should have seen me today, Hot Dog. When I was leaving the pool, I was opening the gate. It's a community pool, you know. I'm kind of still, I'm so like half broke, you know. So it's a community pool, and I was opening the gate for a mother and her son as they were leaving, and she was like, "What do you say? What do you say?" And the little kid, they were Spanish or Hispanic, and the little kid just like mumbled, "Gracias," and the mother was like laughing. She was like, "Oh, gracias." And I looked back at him. I went, "De nada." And they were like, "Oh!"
Because everyone pops. They always pop.
Yeah. They never see it coming. Eliago writes, have you watched Lowlifes on Tubi? One of the best indie horrors, in my opinion. Okay, I'm putting it down on the list. I've not watched that. Lowlife. But I will check it out, because I've always said about movies, it doesn't have a lot of credibility to me if it's not on Netflix or Tubi. Not on Netflix or Tubi.
Or Tubi?
That's a forever quote. Anymore. Scrolling. There you go. Who's that? Rob Deerdeck. Thank you. All right. We got them all, I think.
Yes.
appreciate all you guys hanging out, everybody, for being with us this evening. Don't forget, we'll probably have not Hot Dog, but me. We'll have. Have you ever made an appearance on the Notsam Wrestling YouTube channel, Hot Dog?
I have once or twice.
Sick. Was that big for you?
It felt special, even though it's the same. I don't know why.
Well, I should take that show seriously. Oh, look who came through. So much respect for you, Lou.
That.
Lou, you didn't have to do that. You did not have to do that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Lou is an icon. Lou is Lou. But I'll take it. I'm not going to pay you back. I'll take the 2. Oh. All right, everybody. Appreciate you guys. There'll be a new there'll be a show probably after Clash at the Castle tomorrow, Saturday evening-ish, over on the Notsam Wrestling YouTube channel. And yeah, if you think I should be doing more horror-based content, let me know. I'll do it. I'm wild like that, dude. I will do it. Okay?
That's like your third passion.
What's my second one?
You got wrestling.
Okay.
I was gonna say broadcasting, but that. Come on.
You know what the third one actually is?
What?
These hoes.
Yeah, there we go. I was close to it.
Yeah, those are the 3. Oh, appreciate you guys. You got 5 styluses. You might as well use them. I'm gonna cheers with you later.